Spurgeon here with RevZilla to talk to you about the Spidi Worker Wax H2Out Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. So what you're going to see with the Worker Wax H2Out is a really nice classic look of a wax jacket, but you are going to get full-on waterproof protection with the fact that they've included an H2Out destination drop liner, and there's also going to be a thermal insert in here as well. So think 3-season cold weather when you're looking at the Worker Wax to get you into that really aggressive winter season, but you can also strip all of those liners out and you're going to get a little bit of airflow through. So if you have a milder summer, you can use this as a 4-season option from Spidi. Now, when you're taking a look at sizing with this, sizes will range from a medium to a 3XL, and Juice on my left-hand side is going to currently be wearing a large. He's 195 pounds, 42-inch chest, 32-inch waist, and he's going to sit right at the very top of that large size chart from Spidi. Now, as far as colors are concerned, there's a dark brown and a dark green option. Now, what we're going to see from Spidi, they are a premium European brand, and they've given us a huge push into the American market over the past 12 months. And we love this because their materials, their quality is second to none. So what you're going to get with the Worker Wax around that $650 price point is Egyptian wax cotton. And again, you are getting that 180-gram flannel thermal under there. You are going to have a destination drop H2Out liner. There is going to be just the regular Worker version, and what that does is you don't have the wax cotton to this and you don't have that 180-gram flannel. You bump down to 150 grams. So if you like what you see, but you don't want to spend that kind of money, you can go with the traditional Worker, which gives you that same look. It just gets away with some of the premium touch points you're getting with the Worker Wax. Now, starting with the material, it's going to be Egyptian wax cotton. Really great touch point to this, really great feel, and it will use linseed oil as well as wax to give you that water resistancy, and it's done by a company out of Scotland called Hallie Stevenson. And what you're getting is a premium manufacturer of Egyptian wax cotton that's been doing it for years, and Spidi's going to take that and they're going to incorporate it into this particular piece. Now, we say water resistancy because the outside shell will give you water resistancy with that wax cotton, but you do have that full waterproof H2Out liner to make sure that you stay dry regardless of the conditions in which you're riding. So starting with the collar, let's work through this. What you're going to see at the top is a 2-snap collar, nice tall collar to this, and just a little bit of the corduroy on the inside. So if you are wearing without any of the liners, it's going to be nice and comfortable against your skin. Working your way down through this, what you're going to see in the shoulders and the elbows, you are going to have that CE Level 1 Force Tech armor. It's going to be giving you that protection, so if you are down in a crash, not only does the jacket look good, but it is a fully armored jacket. This jacket will accept as well the chest protector as well as the back protector from Spidi. It will accept the Warrior chest or back protector if you want to add that to give yourself maximum protection. Working your way down the sleeves on this, Juice, I'm going to hold your hand up. You notice you do have a bicep adjuster on the inside, and this works really well if you are a little bit bigger in the arms the way Juice is. He can go ahead and adjust this so it gives him a fine-tuned fit without being too constricting on his biceps. And as you work your way down, 2-snap adjuster at the wrist on this, opening this up YKK zips, and it does give you a nice fold back design. You can see the really nice mesh lining on this, so even if you take out all of the liners, you still have that nice comfortable mesh lining all the way down the arm, and you can see exactly where that liner is going to connect. I like the fact that Spidi does a good job of color coding and labeling all of their different connection points to make it very easy to get the liners in as well as out. Now, we're going to close that back up for you. Working your way down the front on this, you're going to notice you do have dual chest vents, and this is going to be the only ventilation that you're going to see on this particular jacket, and that's really why we're calling this that 3-season cold option. Like I mentioned, if you're riding in Seattle where your summers don't get too hot, you can utilize this as a true 4-season option. Just keep this in mind if you're living somewhere in New Orleans where you're going to be not getting that mild summer. This is not going to be that 4-season option for you. As you're working your way through this, you're going to have dual chest pockets. They are going to have a snap closure, and you're going to notice really nicely embossed snaps with this, and it's just going to have the same utilized on both sides. Not going to be waterproof. It is just that water resistancy with this, and then you are going to have dual hand warmer pockets working down the side as well. Just go ahead and face sideways. Throw the hand up in the rider position. You notice slight pre-curve, but really it's going to be more of a neutral style of this. Works with a variety of different motorcycles. And you are going to have gussets at the back of the shoulders, which allows you that nice range of motion to throw yourself around the motorcycle, or if you are in a little bit more of a full tuck, you're not going to feel like the jacket is constricted on you. As you work yourself down, nice Velcro adjuster at the waist, Juice does have a little bit of a slimmer build to him, so he can kind of ratchet this down and give himself a really nice fit with this particular piece. I like the fact that it really fits his shape nicely. Juice, you can go ahead and face backwards. Starting with the top and working your way down. Really nice clean lines. You're not going to see anything over-branded from Spidi with this. You're going to see that nice mid-height collar as it works its way down. The one thing I will point out, the rabbit pouch on this, I wish it was a little bit bigger. That's probably my biggest nitpick with this particular piece. The rabbit pouch really isn't big enough to hold all the liners that come with this jacket. So just keep that in mind. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there will be connection Velcro points on the inside of this, so if you want to add the Warrior back protector from Spidi, it will fit in this, maximizing your protection as well as your comfort. Juice, you go ahead and face forward for me. And I'm going to have you start by just unbuttoning the outer layer, and we're going to unzip that first YKK zip. As he does this, a nice big brass YKK zip. And the first thing we're going to come to is that H2Out layer. And this is going to be that destination piece. You can see it's a really nice clean piece. So if you get to the campsite at the end of the day, you get to your hotel, you can take the outer layer off. You're still getting the thermal and the waterproof protection baked underneath that shell. You're also going to notice, again, like I mentioned with the wrist, everything is really cleanly marked. So it tells you exactly where you're going to snap on what layers. So on this particular piece, this is where you would go ahead and you'd snap on that outer layer. And you're going to notice right here, you're going to have the snaps. So if you want to just wear the thermal liner, you can do that. And this is a really nice addition to the Worker Wax that I like from Spidi, is that you can take the waterproof liner out, you can use just the thermal, and it will snap to the outer shell as well. Juice, I'm going to have you go ahead and unzip the main part for me. You're going to see one snap at the top. Make sure you have all that waterproof protection working up underneath your helmet so you don't have water coming down the front if you are riding in an aggressive rain. And as you open this up, you're going to notice it's going to be that thermal liner on the inside, and it's going to be that nice flannel 180-gram liner that you're getting with this. This is that step up from the traditional Worker when you're looking at the liner. You're also going to notice it's going to be temporal mapped. So you're going to have thermal mapping throughout this. You're going to have a nice mesh that's going to work its way up into the armpit, so you're not worried about overheating. It's going to keep you warm, but it's also going to help you sweat out so you don't have to worry about overheating if you are ranging in temperatures in which you're riding. Now, the last thing I want to point out is just how this snaps on. Just open this up and you can see the thermal snaps on this snap right to the inside of the rain liner. And you can, again, like I mentioned earlier, unsnap that, take the rain liner out. You can either take the thermal out and just use it with the rain liner on the outer shell, or you can take the rain liner out and then that thermal will snap to the outer shell as well. Really nice layering system from Spidi with this. Juice, you can go ahead and zip up. Now, I've used Spidi jackets before. If you were checking out that BMW review that I did on the R1200 RS, the Spidi system is probably one of the warmest systems I've ever used. The way that they work in their different layers, their different thermals, it really works great to keep you dry as well as warm when you're out there on a ride. The Worker Wax just adds a nice different look to this. So if you are looking for something a little bit more urban inspired, maybe something a little bit more classic, a little bit vintage, this is definitely one to consider. Now, there's a lot of riders out there that are rocking Spidi gear. And if you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there using Spidi on their rides. If you have more questions for us, reach out to a gear geek at 877-792-9455 or simply type us out an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Spidi Worker Wax H2Out Jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.